Good morning, everybody. Bedhead, bedbeard, an almost drained cup of coffee. Finished my homemade cinnamon roll and got the Patreon post out this morning. And today's Patreon post is all about fun hair. Today's Patreon post is all about the concept art that Chris has been working on the past couple of weeks. We didn't show everything off. There's going to be another post because I'm trying to do things in segments. Um, So this next post that is up today is all about the villages and settlements that she's been working on. She has another post where she's been working on bridges and perspective because she admits she's the first one to admit she jokes about it a lot. She'll do an image like my perspective is all wrong, and it's just practice. Um, but she's got some really cool villages and settlements that she's done as we start to go and try to kind of figure out how we want the style of our world to look like. So she's drawing from different sources. As an example, one of the images she did in today's Patreon post was inspired directly by there's a I think early 2000s movie. Maybe it was, yeah, it had to have been early 2000s. Like maybe 2010 or something. I don't really remember the date, but there was a movie that came out called The Wolfman with Benicio del Toro and Anthony Hopkins, and it was a take on the original Wolfman film. And there was a scene from the movie towards the beginning when he's riding into this town and he's riding his horse across the bridge. And I didn't know that it had sparked anything with Chris, but the next morning I came at her to work and she had paused. She had reopened the film on Netflix and had paused it and was taking pictures on her phone of these various moments in the film. And I was like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I just saw some stuff that I thought would be great, to work on as sort of, concept art inspiration sources for the tabletop and the book. And I was like, this is great because now she's getting, this is the fun part for me, everybody. Now she's getting into the project so much that I don't even have to uh, provide sources of concept art. Like I don't have to say, can you draw me this? Or can you get me something that looks like this? She's just going out and doing stuff on her own, which is freaking amazing. I can't tell you how much joy that puts into my heart to see her having so much fun working on this. Because when we first started, I thought it was just going to be my brother and I, and then I said, "Hey, you like to draw and paint, and that's something you've always kind of done as a hobby. Would you want to work on this?" And she was like, "Yes, absolutely." And as we've gotten deeper into the project, she has really just kind of uh, gone crazy with it, which I think is great. Um, if you haven't already done so, make sure to check out last night's video. We did a very quick 15-minute update with myself, Chris, and my brother, talking about some of the stuff we've been working on the past couple weeks. And she showed some of the images in her sketchbook that are in the Patreon post. But the Patreon post goes in and actually goes through everything from the start to finish. So it's actually going through from the very beginning lines down to what the finished piece kind of looks like. And the updates, I've done quite a few video updates on those pieces as they've been worked on over on TikTok, and you can find the link to that below. So, first and foremost, if you want to see all of those images as they played out through the various stages of the concept, don't forget to check out the post. It's the first link below it takes you over to the Patreon page for the latest concept art update, and that's part of the Project Dramond series of Patreon posts, which are for subscribers only. And if you want to know more about the project, you can also check out the Patreon page in totality. Also, there is a playlist here on YouTube called Project Dramond, which has all of the public updates that we've done so far for everybody. There's also been a couple of public posts over on Patreon for the project. We did an overview of everything that's been worked on for the past 3 weeks recently, and then we also did a big post on the maps that have been done, so you can check all those out. But the concept art is a work in progress. I'm hoping to inspire Chris to start her own like art station page or something. I don't think she feels comfortable yet doing that because her art is still very much evolving, and so she's kind of wanting to just take it slow and do it at her own pace. But I can say that thanks to the supporters of Patreon, we've already picked up some asset packs for the adventure game. And the next thing we're going to be doing is picking up a tablet for Chris, and she's going to start transferring things over from the physical form into digital form. And once that starts happening, I think I'll be able to convince her to get up on ArtStation and possibly get social media. I don't know. If she does social media, I'll end up being the one who manages it because she's not a big fan of um, doing social media. She will do it sometimes. Like she's enjoying TikTok for her cooking videos that she does, and her cooking Patreon. But that's these are all hobby projects for her. So she's just I prefer to have her feel as though it's a hobby as opposed to a job. Because the moment something starts feeling like a job, it is sometimes difficult to maintain the same level of passion for it. And I think that's true. They say that's true of everything. It's everything is fun until you start doing it for a job, and then once you start doing it for a job, it kind of loses some of its luster. And I don't want her to lose the luster for it. So I think I'd prefer to just let her do it. And if we do get around to the point where she does some social media, I'll be the one who ends up managing that for her, just to help her out. But hopefully, um, as we get deeper into this, we might start streaming some of the work that she does once she gets a tablet going. But probably picking one up in April for her. She's never done any sort of digital drawing, so we're looking forward to that. And she's been watching already in advance. I'll be sitting here working, and she's over on the couch, and I'm like, "What are you watching?" And she's, "Oh, I'm just watching YouTube tutorials." And she's literally watching YouTube tutorials on digital drawing and digital painting, so she's already kind of preparing her mind for that. So I want to say thanks again to everybody who's been supporting over at Patreon, because like I said, already got some asset packs, and as money comes in, that's going to help out with the tablet and everything else that we're picking up. So between that and the updates from Joey, there's lots of cool stuff you can check out. Of course, all the things that I'm doing this week. Tuesday's post was the Elven races. I just wrapped up yesterday. I did the half elves, humans, and halflings, and now we're on to finishing the storyline for the Elven Civil War and the Quantum Wars that brought the humans north. So lots of fun stuff in Project Dramond. So thanks again for everybody for your support. Don't forget to check out today's concept art post in the link below. Subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell icon to get updates for when new content is available. And I'm gonna go do something with this. Probably go for a run, and then I'll do something with this and get back to working on my day job stuff. So thanks everybody, and we will see you in the next episode.